Welcome to Khan's Digital World. Host Dr. Badrul Khan, who is a world-famous author, professor, consultant, advisor, and a mastermind behind Digital World. In this presentation of Khan's Digital World here on Chitramala, our viewers get to acquire deep knowledge about Digital World. Let's see Dr. Khan's presentation for this week.
Welcome to Khan's Digital World. Every episode of Khan's Digital World, we talk about issues related to things happening in the digital world. Recently, one of the many critical issues that got my attention is cybersecurity. And cybersecurity is a devastating thing to happen in the digital world. And you see every single transaction that we do when you shop, go for lunch, taxing, going to work, all these things that we do transaction digitally. How safe we are. Very recently, State Bank of Bangladesh, which is we call Central Bank of Bangladesh, is being hacked. And the cyber attackers attempted to withdraw nearly $1 billion US, but they were successful in withdrawing nearly 100 million. And this is something happening between Central Bank of Bangladesh and New York Federal Reserve Bank. And as you know, in the digital world for the economy and digital economy, the central banks of many countries work with the New York Federal Reserve Bank. And with this in mind today, we are thinking that how can we be safe individually, our nation, our institutions. Having said that, I'm so delighted to have Dr. Faizul Islam. Welcome, Dr. Faizul Islam.
Thanks for having me.
And Dr. Faizul Islam, he is an adjunct professor of economics, University of Maryland. And he's going to be talking about, from the point of view in our digital economy, how the cybersecurity becomes a critical factors. So, Dr. Islam, please share with us what really happened and why it happened and how it happened. Thank you.
Thank you for having me in your esteemed show. On Friday, February 5th, some unknown criminals sent transfer requests using SWIFT Interbank messaging system to New York Federal Reserve to transfer nearly $1 billion. Again, as you said, $1 billion. Interestingly, these transactions were fully authenticated and had the correct bank codes. And interesting enough, this request came out of the central bank's computer system servers located in Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh. And what happened, this request, as I said, went out on Friday, which is a holiday in Bangladesh. And when this request came to Federal Reserve Bank in New York, they already approved 5 transactions totaling $101 million, of which 81 million went to private accounts in a bank in the Philippines and 20 million in a bank account in Sri Lanka. When the bank reopened, the central bank, or which is known as Bangladesh Bank, when the office opened, they realized 5 transactions went through. And in the New York Reserve, Federal Reserve Bank of New York, they realized that only after approving 5 transactions that, hey, these transfer requests are being sought to direct money to private accounts. That set off the alarm bell.
So it seems that since the New York Federal Reserve Bank in the United States, is Congress is doing anything about this?
Yes, Congress has recently set up an inquiry to look into what has happened and how is the New York Federal Reserve Bank of New York responding to this Bangladesh bank's cyber hest, and also its oversight of the SWIFT. SWIFT is the acronym for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. So Federal Reserve is looking at, Congress want to know how this Federal Reserve is overseeing this oversight of SWIFT. And also Congress wants to know what New York Fed is doing in terms of the investigation of this Bangladesh bank cyber hest, and also what measures they have in mind to put in place to make sure it doesn't happen again.
So it seems like it's a wake-up call for many countries. I know it happened in Vietnam and also in Ecuador. So what are the policies, what are the regulations that we should have in place so we can save ourselves?
Yeah, I want to give an economic perspective of the issue. Banks facilitate the flow of money throughout the economy, okay? And if this flow is hampered, economic activity is hampered, it's bad for the overall economy. So if people lose faith in the banking system that it will breach, you see, it will have a snowball effect and it could be detrimental. And the case of Bangladesh or any other developing countries, as you have mentioned, the banking system is fast advancing, outpacing regulations and safety security measures. So in my opinion, as long as there is this loophole, the gap between the advancement in banking system and security measures are way behind, this will provide a loophole, a golden opportunity for more cyber attacks to take place.
Well, viewers, you heard how the cybersecurity affects us. We lock our door in physically. We need to learn how to lock our cyber properties, our banks, our property online. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.